On the last episode, we had finished filling in the gap between the deck and the pontoons, using some foam and a bit of fix-it-all and lots of sanding, and then fiberglassing it over with 3 layers of 1708. Now that we have finished glassing in the top of the deck to the pontoons, it's time to start working on the undersides. So here we are spraying in some of the expanding foam. This is just the stuff you can buy at the hardware store for filling gaps. I found that the marine foam, the AB foam, is not only very expensive, but almost impossible to work with in vertical areas like this. So the strategy here is to foam it in, let it expand, come back and fill in any little gaps that were created during the first expansion process. And of course I've jammed in styrofoam wherever I can to save in material. And then I come back in with a little saw, cut it out, put in some fix-it-all, smooth that out, do another layer to fill in any more patch holes, and then finally once I get it filled in pretty well, then I smooth it out, not going for super fair here because it's not a visible exposed area of the boat, but I want to get it nice and decently smooth so that I can get a strong fiberglass finish here. So all the little cracks and crevices, got to fill everything in, lots of sanding upside down. Did I mention there's lots of sanding upside down? And on goes the fiberglass. Decided to do it in patches instead of long strips because they were too heavy and could not hold up under the support provided by the friction from the resin. So by doing it piece by piece and overlapping them, I'm still able to get a really strong contiguous connection. Next, we got to continue this process through the entire underside of the boat. Here you can see we've got all the various little chambers foamed in except for a couple last ones. And then of course it's time to come in with a little saw blade and trim it up, and then come in with the belt sander and sand it so that it's got a nice little cove. And then of course come back with fiberglass and lay all the fiberglass from the hole to the bottom of the deck to the cross supports, and then a whole nother layer on top of that to bring it all together, and you're going to have one nice strong little boat. At that point, of course, we'll be ready for the top. Here you can see we've got the back side all fiberglass together. It's coming along. My thoughts are now turning towards where we're going to put the bow hooks. This is for retrieving the boat onto the trailer. Do we put them on either side by the pontoons, or do we latch into the middle of the cross support, or even into the end of the decks? Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, you guys, that's all for this update. Stay safe and take care of one another.